This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, I want to talk about IBFP or whatever the fart that dude's name is, or IBFP or whatever the super fart that dude's name is. I told you, keep my name out your mouth, because when you keep my name in your mouth, I come for that what? That neck. I keep my foot on the what? On the necks of these Rudy Poo and these plum brain Mikey Garcia fanboys. First and foremost, so many things to correct in your video. You talked about size is not a factor. Size does not win fights. So what about when Triple G fought Kell Brook? Who was the more skillful fighter in that fight? Because Kell Brook was having success against Triple G. And why was that? It's because he had more skills. So what the fuck are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about? How did Triple G win that fight? Didn't he win it with size? That's why they have weight classes for a reason. Duh, you dodo head. They have weight classes for a reason. Size does have a factor into fights. I don't understand why people don't understand that. And then secondly, you mentioned this nonsense about Mikey Garcia being the way more skillful fighter than Errol Spence. When? Where? Who has he fought that has given you the notice that he's more skillful than Errol Spence? Lipinets? Adrian Broner? Robert Easter? If Errol Spence was in Mikey Garcia's position, what would he do to those fighters? See, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. Everybody knows Errol Spence will get those guys out of there within 5 to 6 rounds. So what would that make Mikey Garcia, that he went the distance with these guys, but Errol Spence would have got them out in 5 to 6? See the stuff that I'm talking about? This is the foolery that I'm talking about. And then people want to sit here and say, Errol Spence, all he does is just step on the gas. Of course, that's all he does is step on the gas. He hasn't fought anybody that has allowed him to bring the tools out of the tool shed or the tool yard. I've said that and I'll say it again. No one has forced him to bring all those tools out of the tool shed or the tool yard. So why would he need to do that? The only person I think that's going to be able to do that is going to be the likes of a Terrence Bud Crawford. Oh yeah, the guy that beat Mikey Garcia. Back in 2006, I believe. Okay, in the amateurs. Yeah. I think that's the guy that's going to bring it out of Errol the Truth Spence. Look, man, you buck dancing now. You backtracking. Now you're saying this is a 50-50 fight. Now because you know what you're doing, you're trying to save yourself. Because you know what time it is. You know that Errol Spence is going to dispatch Mikey Garcia. He's going to, what? Man down, strap season, flatline, Hulk, smash Mikey Garcia. And there are no two ways around it, via 5th round TKO stoppage, and book that damn thing. Errol Spence has the size advantage. Errol Spence has the defense advantage. Errol Spence is the more defensively responsible fighter. And yes, technical punching placement is a thing in boxing that requires ring generalship and ring IQ. What's wrong with technical punching placement? That's when you place your punches in the right spots. Errol Spence is very good at that. Errol Spence is very good at measuring range and distance. These are the things that you're not mentioning. And yes, when you're a come forward fighter, there's not going to be a lot of head movement with you. You know why? Because you're pressing the action. You're expending a lot of energy coming forward. So how are you going to be moving your head while you're coming forward at the same time? You're basically trying to say that this guy is not human. He's like an android or something, that he can just make movements, unilaterally or unlimited in all forms and all facets. Last time I checked, he's human. You're not going to be able to do everything when you're coming forward. You're going to have to swim. You're swimming in the ocean, so you're going to have to get wet a little bit, meaning you're going to take a little bit of hits. But Errol Spence doesn't take hits that are damaging. He takes those grazing shots. When has Errol Spence been dropped? When has Mikey Garcia been dropped? Twice. See, you're not mentioning that. So by your acclamation, you've just been debunked by the whole defensive nonsense. So who's the more defensively responsible fighter? It would have to be Errol Spence, especially with the come forward style. So what does that say about Mikey Garcia and his counter punching and his defensive abilities? If he's able to get dropped twice, Errol Spence comes forward and he doesn't get dropped. See, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. Cats are not calling this stuff out for what it truly is. Want to come here and come after me? He does not know his sport. Listen, man, I told you. You come after me, you getting ethered and murked. I keep my foot on your neck, dude. Keep my name out your mouth. It's clear that I'm winning this battle. Everyone can see that because I have you buck dancing. I have you backtracking. I have you now coming with this nonsense to save yourself because you know damn well post-fight March 16, you're going to have to shut your channel down because of the fact that you was keeping on this Mikey Garcia fanboy nonsense. Won't call me a fanboy when you know damn well you the fanboy. I'm going to say that again. Won't call me the fanboy when you know damn well you the fanboy. I'm the only one out of all of these boxing people on YouTube that have stuck to my prediction. I don't do this pick both sides of the aisle or just strictly be so ignorant to the fact and pick Mikey Garcia. I have been consistent in telling folks that Errol Spence is going to win this fight and he's going to win it via 5th round TKO stoppage. And the proof is in the pudding. He's the bigger guy. He's the more defensive guy. He's the more athletic guy. He's the body snatcher. The man punches, technically places his punches. The man uses tactical aggression to walk his opponents down in the damn high guard. Everything this man does is going to be a problem for the likes of a Mikey Garcia. And the Lipinets fight is a perfect example of what Errol Spence is going to do. Take Lipinets out of there and plug Errol Spence in there. And that's a perfect example of why Mikey Garcia has no chance in this fight. I get it. The Mikey Garcia fanboys like you, especially the super variations of the Mikey Garcia fanboys like you, have to promote this fight just like Mikey Garcia. Errol Spence don't need to promote nothing. You know why? Because he's already won. He's already in Mikey Garcia's head, just like you guys. I get it. You guys want to see the little guy, the underdog, win, but it's Superman versus an ant. That's what this fight is. I know cats is going to get in cats' feelings. Cats going to get mad or whatever, but it's Superman versus an ant. And what typically happens when Superman fights an ant? He steps on him. So just higgity hush, man. Come March 16, Errol Spence is going to man down, strap season, flatline, Hulk smash Mikey Garcia. And there are no two ways around it. Via 5th round TKO stoppage and book that damn thing. And just remember, come post-fight, y'all motherfuckers, the Mikey Garcia fanboys, better come on my page and put respect on my name.